it's Zelda here again. Thanks for joining me on this video all about our Carousel Allwin games machine made by Parker's Automatic Supplies of Rhyl, circa 1960s. Back in 1947, Solomon Parker, who already owned an arcade, the Black Cat on Rhyl's Promenade in North Wales, decided he needed more machines and started copying existing Allwins, putting a bright splash of colour to their normally dowdy fronts. And talking of splashes of colour, you can see why. As word of mouth got around, they started selling the machines to other small businesses. Who wouldn't have snapped up a machine with such vibrant artwork, especially as they already knew Allwins were good earners for them? This is the machine I coveted the most when starting our own penny arcade collection. As a Manchester gal, many of my childhood holidays were spent in Rhyl, and I fondly remembered playing on this attractive machine. The Carousel's beautiful seaside playfield shows off everything I love about coastal holidays. Fairground attractions, sandy beaches, and a chance to win a penny or two on the slots. Talking of which, let's have a go now. To play the game, you simply take your penny, place it into the coin entry here. The aim of the game is to flick the ball bearing into any of the ball gallery's 7 win cup shoots. You pull the trigger, which propels the ball bearing round the coiled Allwin track, hopefully landing in one of the win cups. Oh well, we didn't win this time, but we'll keep on playing and I'll chat a little bit about the machine whilst I do. Essentially, as soon as I knew Chris wanted a penny arcade for his vintage funfair business, this machine was the first on my list. It took a while to find the right one by the time we purchased a new copy of a Carousel, but it was on the understanding it would be for short term. My favourite game had to be the genuine article. Has that given you a clue on how loved this machine is? It's not looking good for me though, is it? A great sign on how much money the arcade owners would collect over the day. The payout is very stingy. We'll keep going though. Whilst I'm playing, I will add, if you know Parker's machines, you may have seen them in different guises. There's an absolutely stunning banded veneer cabinet version out there too, and it smacks of 1920s Art Deco style. I went with the hard case one, which I always thought looked very similar to Oliver Wales machines. Oh, it's a win! So if you do manage to win, then you'll turn the knob here where your penny will return back to you in the payout coin ball, and then you'll get another chance to win as another ball bearing comes to play. So let's carry on. Anyway, where was I up to? When I read in Arcades and Slot Machines by Paul Braithwaite that Parkers were, let's say, inspired by both Wales's and Bryan machines, well, it was no big surprise, let's put it that way. Anyway, I would have preferred that banded cabinet, but at this point, and because Carousel machines are quite rare find, I grabbed this machine whilst I could. It should also be said Parker's also had similar Allwins with just as superb bat flashes on. Along with this Carousel, they also produced the Big Top, Golden 12, Photo Finish, and the amazing Journey into Space, among others. And it's well worth collecting each of them if you can. Parker's kept everything pretty northern and local. Their cabinets were made in the Elizabethan furniture manufacturers in Kimmel Bay and the castings in Bolton. There's no doubt the quality of Parker's engineering skills were exemplary. The machines themselves are widely known to be highly reliable. Even knowing this Carousel of ours has had a refurbishment, it still works as well as the day it was likely released from the factory. I'll just have a couple more goes now and then we'll get Chris to open up the front, balance it on a block of wood or something similar, and take a peek inside at his fabulous mechanics. And here we go, flick the trigger, watch the ball bearing hurtle around the Allwin trap. Oops, it's dropped back to the trigger, flick again, this time, nada. Typical. Okay, Chris has opened the machine up now. Thanks, Chris. Here's the top flash we saw before in more detail. I should say these screws wouldn't normally be sticking out. It's where Chris screwed the brackets in place to secure them on our penny arcade counters. Here's the chute box for the coin box, which you can see is currently locked. I'll move to the right bottom now and pan upwards slowly so you can see the mechanism. As the penny is placed into the slot, the coin will slide down the payout chute into this coin holder. If you can't see the ball bearing here, that indicated there was no win. This time, you can see a ball bearing here. The weight of the ball bearing causes the arm to release the catch, so the player turns the payout knob on the front of the box. The mechanism releases a coin from the coin chute into the payout hole. Here's Chris with his penny back in hand, a worthy or even rare winner. We'll have another couple of goes now to see it all working in action again. Now that coin which flew from the top of the coin payout chamber, normally when this front is locked into place, the coin would slide into a coin box chute to keep the mechanism from overloading and jamming. Here, I'll focus closer on the arms in action and a penny is played. It's fantastic, isn't it? Crikey, 3 goes and I only just get my penny back. I'll place it down in the coin payout box here. Lovely. A couple more goes. And there's the blanking plate that hides all the gallery and where the ball bearings will be. It's lovely and colourful, isn't it, for a mechanism? And there you go. So I bet it was lovely not hearing my Oasis sounding voice for a bit there, but now I'm going to open up this coin box and show you the inside. Oh, I'm absolutely terrible with keys, so please excuse this. I fear it's going to be disappointing. So as you can see, nothing too exciting, especially as it's a newly constructed box. But we all know it's about the cash it's holding rather than the box itself. Just close that up again, hopefully a little bit easier this time with the key. So there you go. I'll play a couple more games before I finish because it's always nice to see how smooth this game plays. In goes my penny. Also, a bit of a factoid for those of you in the know about North Wales amusements industry. Both Billy Williams and Arthur Webber, showmen in the area, are featured on the artwork. I've got no doubt many of you real holiday goers would have gone on a ride or two of theirs. In fact, nearly all the Parkers range fit perfectly in seaside resort arcades. It's no wonder they're much sought after machines. So if you're liking the content so far, do subscribe to make sure we feature on your subscription channel so you don't miss the next video. Take care for now. Bye.